marketing team with 12 years of service.
Wow. Wow. That was serious. Please welcome. Everybody good? Look, do you know how many folks make this journey to the international convention, and they give up vacation time at their job? They were supposed to take a vacation with this leave during the summertime, but they gave it up to come here. Some folks even got in an argument with their spouse that didn't understand what it meant to come to an event like this. All these things people give up, and then folks aren't even in their seats. Isn't that amazing? Look, we even had to open up more of the arena than we've ever had before in the past prepaid legal conventions, have an overflow room, and yet people aren't in their seats. So this is what I'm going to do, because I don't want folks to miss out on the one thing that could change the rest of their lives. And I care too much about people to allow that to happen for them, even though they're neglecting their own business. And so what I wanted to do real quickly before we begin this next training, which I'm extremely excited about, and I want everybody to get it, let's give a round of applause louder than we've given since we've been in this convention. Let's give it up right now. Oh, you guys are good. No, you all should see what I see. People running in from the back. I mean, toilet tissue hanging from their leg. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. It's not exactly how I want this. Okay, let me do it here. All right, so what we're going to do quickly here, when you get started in the business, we always ask folks to schedule a private business reception. And so many folks, unfortunately, either have never seen a private business reception, never been a part of a private business reception, and so they don't really know what it's like to have a private business reception. They don't realize the right things, the wrong things that happen in a private business reception. For the leaders, I know we've seen all types of crazy things in private business receptions. I'm telling you, I've got some private business receptions I wouldn't even tell you about, because you couldn't handle the truth. So we're going to actually do a skit here of a private business reception. You all ready? I want you to take some notes, because there's some good things that happen. There's some bad things that happen in a private business reception. And so I'm going to introduce this new associate, just getting started. He's excited about having his private business reception. And so help me make him feel a little bit comfortable by joining Prepaid Legal and starting his business. Let's give it up for our new associate. Come on out, new associate. I told you guys, make him feel comfortable, not boo him. No, I know you're saying Mike Humes, $500,000 ring earner, millionaire club member, Mr. Mike Humes, but you're a new associate right now. He's a new associate right now. New associate right now. All right, good, sir. So I know that, obviously to launch your business, you want to start a private business reception. You want to have a private business reception because it is the environment where you can invite the most people that are likely to show up. Most people never invite 20 people to a weekly presentation or to a luncheon. But it's very likely that people can have 20 people show up in their homes, okay? Because that happens at a birthday party. It happens at cookouts and for games that you may watch, Super Bowl. So it happens already. So it's very likely that can happen for the launch of your new business if done properly. So this gentleman, I'm going to let him do it his way and see how that works out for him. And then I'll help you out with some training that goes along with it. So Mr. Humes, Michael, I'm going to turn it over to you at this time and let you have your private business reception, sir.
Oh, man, I'm so excited. Let me go check on the chicken. I know I just ordered all this food because I know it's the only way I can get people over is I order food. I know they said just, soda and chips, but I know my people. They need a lot of food, so I better invite them for food. That's the only way they're going to come. Let me see. What do I need to? I should rearrange my furniture, but I don't really have time. I invited about 40 people. I'm just hoping about 6 people show up to this thing. I just got to get it started so everything will work out. Oh, I'm supposed to call somebody. I think I got to call my expert and let him know and get some friends over here. Let me see. Let me call a couple folks. Who can I call for? I need to call Bobby. I know Bobby will show up. That's my guy. We work together. Bobby's definitely going to show up. Let me see if I can get Bobby on the phone. If I could just get Bobby to walk out on stage, and that'd be great too. I can call him. It's my first private business reception, so bear with me. Yeah, let me call Bobby. Okay, let me see. Ring, ring. Hello? I can't hear you, Bobby.
We can't hear Bobby. I don't know what's wrong with Bobby.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Bobby!
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
I thought you were ducking me. You weren't answering the phone a second ago. Hey, good to hear from you, man. Hey, listen, what are you doing right now?
Oh, man, actually, I'm about to go out to a party.
Hey, hold up. Before you go out to the party, here's what I like to do. I got to get you on the phone with this guy. He's making all this money. Remember I was telling you about the thing I'm having?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Can you hold on?
Yeah.
Even if you can't, just hold on. He told me I got to do this. I don't really want to do this, but this guy thinks he knows everything. All right, good. Thanks,
Talk to him. I'm real busy, though.
Man,
I was about to go hang out.
Hey, I want to hang out with you. Just let me get this thing done, and then we can hang out. So just give me a second.
Cool.
Hold on. He better answer the phone, too, because he always act like he busy when I call him. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, John.
Yes, who's
John?
this?
Jay Lottie, right? Jay?
Yes,
Jay,
who's
hold
this?
on. It's Mike. Hold on. Hey, B.
Yo.
Bobby. Hey, Jay.
Yo, what's up?
JB.
B?
BJ.
What? Mike, is that you, Mike?
John, this is my boy Bobby. Remember you told me I'm doing the thing you told me to do. You know, the 3-4-way thing for the meeting tonight.
You talking about for the private business reception? The launch of your business?
Right, I'm launching. Hey, he's already on the phone, man. Hey, listen, just tell him about the what he needs to do to, what
so
you do.
So how's the money work with this? How much money are you making?
We're going to be discussing that this evening at the private business reception.
Hey, I'm real
Mike,
busy. I only got like 30 more seconds to talk.
Mike,
Hey,
I'm going to turn it over to you.
This is being real disrespectful. John, Bobby Diggs is a very good friend of mine. I need you to show him the proper respect now that you're on the phone with him.
I'm going to
Bobby,
tell you what.
I apologize.
Mike, look, I
got
got to
every
run.
time I call him.
No
I'm
problem.
a little busy. I got to run. I'm going to let you handle it.
Hey,
I'll
you do
see you
this
at the
every
private business
time I
reception.
call you, man. You do this every time. Every time.
So obviously that is not the right way to do a three-way call. Okay, so obviously with our three-way calls, edification is key of the expert. Don't call your expert with your prospect already on the line because perhaps your expert is busy. You would want your expert to be busy, and that's how we should edify them. Who wants an expert that's never busy? Because obviously they're not doing much in the business. So you want to edify the person and say something like, listen, I don't know if my expert, or I wouldn't even call my expert, I don't know if my business partner is available at this time, but if I could get them to share just 2 minutes of their story, I think you'll see a bigger picture of what it is that I'm so excited about, or something like that. But the key is to edify the expert's time. I may not be able to reach them because this person is helping to lead the national expansion of our company. This person is, and blah, blah, blah. So we don't have time to go to edification training. There'll be another edification training coming up. But the key is to make sure that you edify your expert, okay? And then let your expert know when you're calling them either via a text message or maybe a phone call and say, are you available between 2 and 3? I want to invite some people to my private business reception. And by the way, when folks have questions, when you're inviting them to your private business reception, let's just make sure that we don't answer all the questions. If folks have questions, that's the exact reason why they should be speaking with an expert. So if someone says something like, just have a couple of questions though. Because what is it? I'm so glad you said that. That's the reason why you want them to get on the phone with your expert, so that your expert can handle the objections or answer questions properly and get right back into the invitation. Because the expert, really, all they want to do is help to invite to the private business reception. Their job is not to answer all the questions, but to say, listen, Micah said some great things about you. We're extremely excited about getting a chance to meet you. He's launching his business, and he said that you were someone that if he wanted to be successful, he would want to be successful with you. That sounds like a friendship. So the expert knows how to do those things. Okay, so that's the reason why you want to get your expert on the phone. Plus, it's amazing how people do things for someone they don't know more so than they do something for someone that they do know. And so let's make sure that we're using third party for that.
So proper three-way call now, or am I
we won't do it because we're going to do edification in another training. Okay. So let's just go ahead and get your guest out.
All right. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, glad you came out, man.
Thanks. I brought the Cheez-Its.
Oh, great. I did ask for some Cheez-Its. Good. You already opened them, too. I appreciate that,
Yes,
man.
they were good. They were good.
Thanks, man. Just hold on to them. I appreciate you coming, man. Thanks a lot. You can grab your seat. It's gonna be awesome, man. I got a few other people coming out, too, so let me see. Is that my doorbell, I think? Ding dong. Yeah, that's my doorbell. Oh, come on in.
Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you. I told you it was my birthday.
It's not your birthday?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, you coming to the thing. Yeah, it's my birthday. Yeah, people are already here, girl. Come on in. Thank you so much. Yeah. Would you kid me? Yeah. You can have a seat over here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a resume kit. Your mom told me you need a real job. So.
Well, hey. Thanks for the gift. Can I get that mic back? Be careful who you invite over, I tell you. Let me see who else is here at the door. Oh, come on. Hello.
Prepaid legal. How do we know there's a prepaid legal?
Oh, well, you'll find all that good stuff out when you get here. Just come on and take it.
Listed on the New York Stock Exchange? Have you ever heard of prepaid legal listed on the New York Stock Exchange?
Well, first
sure?
it's pre-legal. That's first. It's just pre-legal.
And Harold Stone Shipper?
You'll find out all that good
And
stuff in a second.
Get paid daily? How do you know they have cash?
We'll tell you all of that. Just
How do you know?
I don't. I'm hoping this guy will tell all of us. That's why I invited you. You got some good questions. That's why I always invite people with good questions. They told me that. I'm on my way. All right. Let's see who else is here. Hey.
Hey, how are you doing, Mike?
I'm great. How are you? Good to see you.
To see you.
Good stuff. The kids had a good game today?
I think so.
Excellent,
We won.
excellent. I'm so excited that you came over. You can have a seat. The guy who's supposed to be hosting this thing, he's on his way, I think. He should have been here a couple hours ago. But
Where's this company located?
it's in
What do you sell?
Hold up. Just let me I'm gonna get to all that, but
When's the party start?
it's about to start now. Hold up, just give me 1 second. Listen, I appreciate your time. I really appreciate you guys coming over. I know we're all busy, and this guy was supposed to be here like 3 hours ago. I don't know what he's doing, but he's an expert. So listen, if he's not here in the next couple minutes, I'm just gonna explain it all to y'all anyway. So let me just tell you.
Cool.
You know, I can't answer all your questions. You know what? You look so familiar. Do you know this girl? You look just like a lady who works at the what's her name? Melanie. You look just like she's been. You know her?
I've heard of her.
Have you?
I have heard of her.
Yeah, she looks just like this
I don't
lady
know
that
that you
works.
can believe what she says.
If I
And I
can't, then
still
we're
want
all
to
in
know
trouble.
more about this company, about this opportunity. She thinks she's at a party.
Well, let me get my expert here. This guy's supposed to be on his way.
And who's the expert? How do we know he's an expert?
They just told me he was an expert. I got to go off what he tell me. Listen, when I get my first check, then I'll prove it to all y'all. Just let me get finally.
So,
Hey,
how's it going, Mike Daddy? Good to see
man,
you.
it was like
I'm
3
sorry.
hours.
You know, my wife, her hair, and it's stressful. This is it?
Man.
You said you're Mike Daddy and you get respect.
Man, I told like
This is
40
it?
people. I told 40 people.
Oh,
to
wait a
come,
minute.
man.
What,
Is this an
like-
expert?
and what is your name?
Elaine?
We should really do a private
Hey.
business reception.
Talk to, I need you
Really
to talk
nice,
to everybody.
Really nice to meet you. I'm,
Mr. Malat.
you know,
I
I'm
need
the
you
expert.
That's what I
I'm the
understand.
expert.
Expert at what?
I need you to talk to
That's what
everybody.
we're going to talk about.
Let me
What's
do
that?
that. I think I'm supposed to introduce
Only
you.
4 people.
Well,
I was heading to the bowling alley.
I was trying to get more people, man. This thing hard.
Why didn't
this
you
thing
hit me
harder
on my
than what you
beeper?
told me it was. You told me it was going to be easy. Excuse me, man. You said this thing. was gonna
Excuse
work.
me. Excuse me.
All right, but look, we're going to go ahead and get it started. I already told them it's 72 right now. It's a promotion. I told them that they're on the New York Stock Exchange. I already told them. I told him if she come in under him, that he would move up. But she got a lot of questions, so we should put her first because she's the sharpest.
She's the first one.
She way sharper than them.
You got $72?
For what? I'm still confused.
Now's not time
You're
for
the
questions.
expert.
At the
Why
end,
I'm
then we'll
here.
answer your questions. I have a question, though. Do you have $72?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead and get it started, man. Go ahead and get it started. Get it
Okay, all right, stop, please. Please. Oh my gosh. Now, some of you may think this is exaggerated, but just a little bit, let me tell you. Okay, so of course, when you invite folks to a private business reception, you don't want to fool them and tell them it's your birthday. Okay, don't tell them it's some other type of cookout, it's a baby shower, and then surprise them with prepaid legal services. Hello? Okay, so we don't want any trickery with prepaid legal services. Don't trick folks to show up. Okay, you want to make sure they're excited. Sure, it's great to tell them to bring something. It's great to tell them, hey, bring the Cheez-Its, or hey, bring the, I just need some ice. Okay, because that actually confirms people. It's amazing how that works. And people say, well, I wasn't going to go, but they need me to bring the ice, so I promised them. And folks commit, okay? So, yeah, sure, it's great to ask someone to bring something. If someone has a bunch of questions coming in, you don't want to stop and answer their questions, or you don't want to say, I don't know. You say, listen, that's exactly why I invited you out. Listen, I tell you what, I thought about you when I invited you, and have them read the profiles of success. Or if people show up early and you're still waiting on somebody, you're still waiting on other guests to show up, then you can put in a lifestyle clip, allow them to see a lifestyle. See, that does a great, it opens their mind. And allows them to prepare for what they're about to see, the information. However, it does not do the explanation, doesn't do the presentation. So there should be no pre-presentation, okay, as Mr. Humes started to do on his own. Of course, your expert should be showing up on time, regardless of what's happening with his wife's hair. Okay, but the bottom line is, of course, your expert should show up. But if your expert is running late for whatever reason, it's always great just to go right into edifying the DVD. There's a DVD, a private business reception DVD, that does the presentation for you. Okay, and so you can immediately say, listen, guys, I'm so glad you're here. Don't let folks know that other people didn't show up. Okay, so that's not the right thing to do. You don't want to say, listen, I'm still waiting on other people. Not sure why you 4 guinea pigs are here. But you don't want to say that to folks. You know what I mean? You're all the only one that showed up, so thank you for coming, because everybody else told me it was a scam. What do you think? You don't say stuff like that. Okay? So you welcome people. And listen, when you welcome folks, listen, people buy from the height of your enthusiasm rather than the depth of your knowledge. And so when you invite folks to a private business reception, even when you're inviting them over the phone, and when they show up, you're so excited, they're thinking to themselves, oh my gosh, what is this? I've never seen you like this. There's something going on. So the anticipation builds up. Everybody with me? And if they start to ask questions, it's the curiosity that will keep them there. If they feel like they already know based on a limited amount of information, they will leave saying, oh, I can't wait, or I can't stay any longer, because they think they already know. They made a decision based on limited information, not all the information, which is simply ignorance. Am I right about this? Because they make a decision based on something they don't know. So don't give them partial information. You want them to have all the information. That's why you want to make sure the private business reception is set up properly, okay? Don't rearrange the furniture. You want to make sure that Mr. Humes, he talked about having a bunch of chicken and all that kind of stuff. Listen, snacks, and serve the snacks afterwards. You can give them something to drink before, and non-alcoholic, that is. But don't give them anything to eat before. Have them stick around. People try to eat, hey, I've got to go now. Okay, no, you not go. You just ate my food. You got to stay. So you don't feed them first. Plus, when you eat, the body uses 30% of its energy in digestion, and people fall asleep when they eat. I'm trying to help you. And so you don't feed them to afterwards, okay? And it's something small, okay? Because it duplicates. Not because I know you're not. Listen, you could be a great chef or cook, but I want to make sure that everybody can do this. And this is why we use snacks, okay? So the expert is going to show up on time. If you don't have an expert there, you can simply use the DVD and edify the DVD and the experts that are on the DVD. You can always have an expert call in to answer any questions, which we'll go over here. But you don't want, after the DVD goes off, you don't want to say, so are there any questions? You want to already have applications out, already have applications and pens out. You don't want folks waiting for a pen. Do you have a pen? You have to go in the other room. You want to have applications and pens already out. You don't have kids. You don't say, hey, listen, you can bring your kids, bring your dogs. You still have those gerbils you've been playing with. You don't do those kind of things, okay? I'm so sorry. But, you want to have a professional environment. So you don't want to have kids. Kids are too cute. They're distracting. Everybody with me? So you put them in another room. Have your niece, your nephew, somebody come over and babysit the kids. Same thing with animals. I've done PBRs with dogs that jumping on my leg the whole time. I'm not lying. I'm like, hey, so basically, then the lady got mad at me. You kicked my dog. It was bad. She quit too. That's a true story. She quit because I kicked the dog. Anyway, so so you don't want those things to happen, okay? So, can you all do it right way? Try
the wrong way to close it out.
Huh?
Do the wrong way to close it out.
Okay, yeah, that'd be good. Okay, yeah, just show a wrong way of closing it out.
Okay, all right.
Okay, you guys, you saw it. What do you think?
I'm in. I want to sign up.
You're in? Why? Look, we don't need this, okay? My friend is an attorney. Okay?
Wait a minute. Look. Go in the kitchen, get yourself
I
some
got some other
chicken.
people coming.
Go
They're
in
calling me down.
go in the kitchen, get
I'll be
yourself
right
some
back. I
chicken.
got some
Let me
people calling me.
So
Hello?
listen, let me explain to you.
You on your way?
Let me convince you how this works. This is a pyramid. And you are going to start at the bottom because we're on the NYC,
don't have paperwork outside
NYSE
your office. Just wait.
under PPD.
We gotta
Now I
do
need
that
my
start
boy
first.
to get CFT'd so I can EBQ. ASAP. So $72. And then, I mean, we could get some people underneath you. I'm sure.
Just tell them. Tell them you having a birthday party.
Just do.
Do what I did. Tell
We're
them
gonna
you
party,
having a birthday party. Right?
And they're going to show up.
You know you have
and
parties.
you're going to get
You know
paid.
you party. So just tell, you know.
Look, I'm not getting started with anything. I'm not being
No,
under
you are.
anybody.
No. Right now.
He's ready. He's already ready. We'll put
We're
him
underneath you.
right.
You'll be at the top of the pyramid.
All the way at the top.
But we got to get him CFT'd
Right.
so I can get my bonus. I mean, you're holding up the whole program.
I'm sorry. I can't see myself getting into one of these deals.
This is ridiculous. Get the paperwork.
You got something else? Tell us.
Look here,
That's it?
work on her. 'Cause
She got too many
Oh,
questions.
well, I'm going to work on her, all right. Come on. Move over.
Okay, now what's your name?
Jay Lottie.
Jay Lottie. And what do you do?
Oh, I do a lot.
Okay.
Well, I'm the
All right,
expert.
that's enough. That's enough.
And your
All right.
wife's hair was a problem?
What she don't know won't hurt her is the philosophy.
Ah.
So, you know.
And so this company has cash. Someone had told me about
mean,
getting paid.
That's what they told me.
We-
I'm just
Do
going.
I get paid once a
when we-
month?
There's a
once
guy
a year?
named Stone Piper.
Stone
He has
Piper.
big money. He's throwing $1 billion march.
I seen him on the video.
We got to march to $1 billion.
So.
But we
how
got to
does
give
it-
CFT.
How does this work?
Well, once we get you to
told-
APT,
wait,
and then you
Mike
do the
told
ADRS,
me
you're making
that
money.
I could call an attorney 24/7 anytime I needed
If you-
to
and-
about
Don't
anything
she
I
look,
wanted.
Don't she look like the lady that worked there? Don't she look just
That's
like?
my. I know that girl.
Melanie.
I do know that girl, and you don't pay attention
She
to her
looks like
she
you.
doesn't know what she's talking about.
Okay, y'all stop, because y'all are killing me. All right, look. You know what's so funny? We can spend so much time on the wrong way because it's so simple to do it the right way.
Exactly.
We have to actually think about doing it the wrong way. We actually, seriously, people think about, they complicate the private business reception. And there's so much wrong here. I don't even know where to start. But so many folks focus on the negative person is what I want to highlight first. I mean, I see it so often during a private business reception. Even when the expert calls in, they'll say, listen, I've got a person, they've got a lot of questions. Let me put you on speaker right now. No! Don't put the person on speaker when there's somebody who has a lot of questions. Say, listen, I've got my expert on the line, or my business partner, I keep calling them expert for explanation purposes, for training purposes, but you don't want to call them your expert. You don't want to call me your silver. I got my silver on the line. Your silver on the line was your jewelry dealer? You know what I mean? Why is your silver? So you don't want to call me your silver, your upline. You know what I mean? I've got my expert. I'm using that for only explanation purposes only. Okay. So it's your business partner, okay? It's your coach, something other than one of your executives, but not your expert, your upline, your silver. And so anyone that has a lot of questions, hey, listen, I know you got a lot of questions. They may be of personal nature. So I've got a gentleman that I'd love for you to speak with, this gentleman that's personally helping, doing the edification. Get that person on the phone with them while you sign, right? Especially if you're there by yourself. If your other associates aren't there with you to help you out, then while you sign up the folks who are ready to get started, get that person away. Don't even allow that person to ask questions in front of the other people. Right? Because now their negativity spreads. And they're like, yeah, I was thinking that too. No, you weren't. You just heard them become negative. Okay? So that's one of the things I want to share. So, and Mr. Malott just went, he went really hard just now. He actually got the positive person out the seat to talk to the negative person. So, of course, you don't want to do that. The key is of course, to get the negative person out. I guess you guys are doing it the right way in doing that. So if at the end of the private business reception, the key is to assume the sale. Have your applications out. Assume the sale. You got to be so excited about a private business reception where you know folks are going to get started, okay? Also, let me share this. Let me do that afterwards, okay? So you guys, can you do it right way without? Sure. Okay. I have to ask you all.
Let me start from the beginning. or the close?
Yeah, start. Let's do it. We have time. Just real quick, let's just run through a private business reception as if you already did proper three-way calls. Folks are here, okay, and you're excited that the people that did show up are here, okay? Let's do that.
Great. I am so excited that you all made it out. I mean, obviously, I'm stuttering. You all know me well. I appreciate you coming out, but I'm more excited about the gentleman who you're about to hear from. I mean, he's just a great individual. This gentleman knows 100% information. As a matter of fact, if you have your phone, please just turn it totally off, because this gentleman, the value of his time is tremendous, and I really don't want to disrespect his time, as I obviously don't want to disrespect ours, but I'm just overwhelmed. So I'm going to introduce this gentleman. Listen, he knows 100% of the information. He loves helping people, obviously, because he's taking time out of his schedule to show up here at my home. And, he's definitely a lot of fun to work with. So if you could please just a quick round of applause for a good friend of mine and the business owner, Mr. John Malott. Mr. Malott, sir, thank you so much for showing up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. First off, congratulations on being here, and we appreciate and value your time. So this is going to be brief. Basically, Mr. Humes has partnered with this New York Stock Exchange company that is providing incredible services that are needed right now. So you guys are in the right place at the right time. Secondly, you're here to support your friend, to help him launch his business. And so to keep it brief and to keep it simple, I'm just going to simply have you watch a DVD, and then after the DVD, we'll come back and we'll answer some questions. Fair enough? All right. And then after the DVD, the question would be, we're role-playing, my bad. What did you guys like best about what you just saw?
I loved everything. I'm in.
Perfect. Mr. Humes,
Sure,
could you make sure he gets the paperwork?
Absolutely.
Get him started. Congratulations. Welcome to our team. You couldn't be in better hands. Mr. Humes is a rising star in the company.
Congratulations, man.
Welcome, sir. And what did you like best about what you saw?
Everything seemed okay, but I'm just not interested in.
You're not interested? Well, here's what I would suggest. We've discovered that smart people understand the value of the services. We know that everything is not for everybody, so maybe the business isn't for you right now, but I'm sure you see the value in the services. So what I'd like to do is, as you're walking to the door, I'd like to have Mr. Humes show you how simple it is to come on board. Show her the paperwork so she can get the services started today. Fast and easy.
Absolutely.
Thank you. What did you like best about what you saw?
The talent. The talent was excellent. I'm interested. I might call that girl you keep talking about and find out more about this company.
The numbers don't lie. When you see the numbers, and of course you've seen some of the information, this is a powerful opportunity. And of course, you would be connected to some incredible people inside the company. Welcome to our team.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And what did you like best about what you saw?
Well, sounds pretty good, but I got to check with my husband first.
And we can appreciate that. We can appreciate that. And I would say this, that, of course, you saw it's a $72 opportunity right now, and that ends at the end of this month. Would your husband object to you protecting your family? I understand you have some children. Would he object to you protecting your family from, identity theft and the things that we covered in the video?
Not at
for
all.
$35?
Yeah, that's definitely a value.
Because I'm sure you didn't call him when you bought your shoes for, that was more than $35.
No.
So what we'll do is we'll get the paperwork, we'll get you started on the membership, and Mr. Humes can show you how simple it is to get an ID number, and then we'll talk to him. Matter of fact, Mr. Humes and myself will talk to your husband and explain it to him properly.
Great.
Welcome to our team.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And then what we would do, I mean, as obviously everybody's walking out, but the next step would be we would schedule those that do the paperwork, we would be right there scheduling their private business reception to move it forward. So I would have my calendar out, they would have theirs, we'd start, creating the list right there on the spot, quickly go through that, do the private business reception or schedule that, and keep this thing moving forward.
Right. If you notice, while Mr. Malott was answering the questions, I went right back to the gentleman who was ready to get started, sat down. That's exactly what we did. I said, get out your cell phone. So he really wasn't distracted by the questions that the other two guests, before the first person left, he wasn't distracted by that. So we already started making his list. I'm engaged with the person who's ready to get started right away. We've already gone over, because I've been in my training. He's gone through the Getting Started Right book, so I know exactly what to do, because the book says it all. I know to go right to page 7, so that way we can start the list. We can go right through the information, and Mr. Malott is taking care of everything else.
Any other comments?
No, I think keeping it simple. It's not changing who you are, what you are, just simply playing the video. If they have some questions, I mean, it's a $72 opportunity right now. The service is $35. We know we've got the best service on the planet. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So nobody should be, at least they should be walking out with the membership. Some people may have to think about the opportunity. That's just the way it is sometimes, but nobody should be walking out of our business briefings or our private business receptions without at least getting the service before they leave. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Let's give it up. All right, so quickly, let me cover just a few notes here just to make sure we're all on the same page in regards to private business receptions. You know, the reason why you have a private business reception is to launch your business. And, of course, it's for a warm market. You don't want to invite strangers to your house. And people buy from people who they know, like, and trust. Again, they buy from people who they know, like, and trust. And so these are folks who you should feel comfortable inviting to your home anyway. Some folks, you know, give the reasoning or excuse of not having a private business reception because they don't want folks to see their home. And these are folks that typically have already seen your home. They know where you are in life, so there's no apology for that. You know, when I have my private business reception, my screen door didn't work for that particular house. One of the bathrooms didn't work. I mean, it was in a bad situation when I started prepaid legal services. But I had my private business reception anyway because my cousins, the folks who were invited, they'd already seen my house. They knew my situation anyway. And I was more concerned about coming out of my situation than pleasing people or having some false pretense of where I was, okay? So again, it's important that we invite people over. Don't worry about that. I mean, sure, clean up your house. I mean, if this is an excuse you need to clean up your house, then clean your house and have a private business reception. So invite some folks over. Listen, we talked about now rearranging the furniture. The reason why you don't want to rearrange your furniture is because you don't want it to look like only 3 people or 4 people showed up. If you bring a whole bunch of chairs, card table chairs in, and only 4 people show up, but yet you brought in 20 chairs, it looks like no one showed up. So again, the key is to keep it natural, keep it normal. And then if more people show up, then bring out chairs, then rearrange the furniture. And again, that brings more excitement. Okay, we talked about keeping the phones off. The key is, as the host, you don't want to answer your phone while the expert is presenting or while the DVD is on, because then it shows a lack of interest in what it is that they should be interested in. So don't answer your phone during the presentation. It's too late. Those folks we can call back later, okay? So some of us answer because out of desperation, we want 2 more people to show up. And so we're just, excuse me, to the people who are already there. Listen, never let the early or the people that are there suffer for the late or the people who are not there. Everybody with me? Okay, don't keep the people waiting that are there. Let's get it started, okay? Unless somebody's right on the way, they're 1 street away, but don't let these people wait a half an hour. They showed up. These are the people who committed to the things that you're excited about, okay? So let's make sure that happens. As a host, make sure you thank everybody for coming and just share with them. Listen, the reason why I invited you all here today is because I'm excited. You all know, and then share your story. You know I've been working 2 jobs, and I'm looking to let one go. You all know that I've missed my kids growing up, and I refuse to miss my grandkids growing up. You all know I worked for the same company for 20 years and was downsized, and I had to find something different to do, but didn't want to do the same thing I did over the past 20 years because they say the definition of an insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. So I decided to do something different, and I wanted to share with you all. Or whatever I don't know what your reasons are for joining Prepaid Legal, but that's what you share because it's very honest, it's very upfront, and I appreciate you all supporting me in my endeavor, okay? And so it's just a simple welcome and thanking them for coming. And then, of course, you can either introduce the DVD or introduce a guest speaker. The actual guest speaker or expert can actually do the presentation as well, so it doesn't have to they don't have to use the DVD, but they do the presentation so you edify them. Also, let's make sure that as the presentation is going on, that even though we may have heard it 3 or 4 or 5 times, that we're equally excited. We're just as excited as we were the first time that we had it, okay? And I see sometimes the host looks bored doing a private business reception. And so the guests are looking at them. So make sure that you're enthusiastic about the private business reception as well. Also, if for whatever reason only one person shows up, show that person, embrace that person. Show them that you are excited that they showed up. And say, look, they asked me to have a private business reception and to invite someone that I cared about, that, because this company has already helped me to save money or saving me money, okay, through the membership, and I wanted to share it with you. So you let them feel good about being that one. They don't have to know they were the only one. Someone asked me, hey, if I want to spend time on the yacht and vacation, who would I spend it with? I thought about you. And so welcome to this private business reception I've set up, okay, because it's private. So make sure that you let them know that. Also, if someone's ready to get started right away, the key is to get them started and also schedule their private business reception right away, which is what Mr. Humes talked about. The key to a private business reception is not just having one, but also having other private business receptions spin off of that one. And this is how you create momentum in your organization. So again, the key is not just to have a private business reception, but but to schedule private business receptions. If you're going to give out a tool to someone who has questions, make sure that you give that tool on their way out the door. Don't hand out tools. Don't have a bunch of tools spread across your coffee table. You can have a profile of success because that shares a story, and stories sell and facts tell. But don't have a bunch of DVDs out because then folks say, oh, I'll just take one of those. Can I have one too? Now, everyone wants to take information home. So the key is if you're going to give out a DVD or a tool, give it to them on their way out the door. Got it? Give them to them on their way out the door and say, listen, you can actually show this to your spouse, but don't give it out in front of everybody else because now everybody will start to ask for a tool to take home as well. Okay? If no one shows up, okay, because that happens. It happens to all the Millionaire Club members, I'm sure. They've had a no-show. And if no one shows up, again, don't get discouraged. You're on your way. This is a learning process, okay? This is not a get rich quick, even though people want to get rich quickly. It is an opportunity to build yourself up. And everything that happens to you in this business happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer of that. And so if no one shows up, all you want to do is schedule a private conference call. We call it a PCC. By the way, the expert should not use all these acronyms, PCC, PBR, as Mr. Malat did, because the average person has no idea what all of that is. Okay, but a PCC is a private conference call. In a private conference call, we're simply going to make sure that we invite those same people that didn't show up in person on a phone call. That's all we're going to do, okay? And we don't have a lot of time to go over that today, but the bottom line is your expert can help you out with that, and all you're going to do is call those people, hey, listen, I'm sorry you missed the launch of my business, but guess what? The gentleman that I told you about agreed to spend 15 minutes with me today for a few people who did not weren't able to make it tonight, like yourself, and he would still share the information with you. So I'm so excited that he's going to take 15 minutes out of his time to share with you this information that I'm so excited about. And so all you have to do is give him that number. Hey, grab a pen at 9 o'clock tonight. It's the same night as the private business reception, by the way. The same night. You can still earn income with a no-show by inviting people to a private conference call. Don't forget about that, because I guarantee you there's a lot of people have a no-show and they give it up that night. That's it. No money tonight. No, we are in business, and your business doors are always open. This isn't a job. Okay, you can always make money in your business when you decide to. Okay, so let's make sure we're doing that. Listen, we're out of time. I wish I could have more time to go over this, but listen, the bottom line is plan, do, review with your experts. So that whatever happens in the private business reception, just simply call your expert and say, listen, this happened. What would you suggest I do? And they say, oh, next time just do some three-way confirmations when people have questions. Oh, the next time just do this, okay? Or your music, meaning your energy is kind of low, so maybe pick it up just a little bit, okay? And perhaps people will be drawn through your enthusiasm. So your experts can help you. So please stay in communication with your experts no matter what happens in your business. They can assist you. Okay, now, everybody okay? How many people know that that Prepaid Legal pays for an incentive trip for you? How many people know about that? Okay, good. So all expense paid. This year in 2010, we're going to Cancun, Mexico. How many people plan on going to Cancun, Mexico? And so we're excited about the Palace Resort that we're going to, and it's going to be exclusively prepaid legal associates there, and, you know, iron sharpens iron, so it's great to be around so many wonderful prepaid legal associates. And so we're excited about those incentive trips. And all you have to do is very simple things, but consistently to be invited on those incentive trips. And on 2011, we've got another trip coming up. So, you know, before you know it, can you believe it's already April 2010? And so my point is 2011 will be here. Why not have an all-expense-paid trip waiting for you? You know what I mean? And when I say all-expense, I mean the food, the drink, the accommodations, the flight there. I mean, if you're hungry at midnight, you can get up and go eat. That's the trip I'm talking about. Go to sleep, wake back up at 4, go eat again. I'm telling you, you can tell food is my favorite pastime. But the key is you want to get to this all-expense-paid trip. And so we are going to invite out a few people who want to express to you their experience of attending the incentive trips with Prepaid Legal Service. So please help me welcome first Ray and Linda Rios. Congratulations.
Hola, buenos días. Good morning. You know, I tell you that to talk about Players Club, it's kind of funny because every time we see people, they say, oh, you're the guys that were dancing salsa over there. So I use it kind of like an excuse to practice salsa, right? But I wanted to let Linda tell you a couple of things of Players Club trips.
Yes, I'm so excited because it's been exciting. If you miss this trip, you're missing a lot because you have the opportunity to speak with leaders and you have the opportunity to learn a lot. Go horseback riding, go scuba diving, snorkeling. It's incredible, this trip, so you cannot miss it. You cannot miss it for the 2011 because it's an awesome trip.
And I want to tell you, one of the things whose picture is that? Oh, I'm sorry. One of the things coming from Tucson, Arizona, we really lived in Puerto Rico, lived in New Mexico, traveled the country in the RV after we retired from the military, but living in Tucson, Arizona is kind of nice and warm, and we're always thinking about water. When you go to these places, see the blue water, husband and wives, this is the time where you can rekindle the major reasons why you first got married, right? Yeah, only 3 people married, right? That's amazing. Yeah. But I want to tell you that it's an inspiration and want to invite every one of you to come to these trips because until you live it, you will understand that by helping minimum 5 people, you get a chance. Think about this for a second. I'm a 24-year career government employee retiree. Of course, I'm not retired till 60-something according to standards, but in 24 years, never had a chance to have an all-paid expense trip like the ones Prepaid Legal allow us to do by helping people, protecting families, and us having a chance to program and plan because we know we'll be going to a Players Club trip.
So imagine this. One morning you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you see the sunrise with your husband. It's incredible. This trip is really true. Thank you.
Thank you.
And all these are folks who have just experienced trip after trip after trip, all expenses paid. So please help me welcome the next young lady, superstar in Prepaid Legal, Kai Daring.
Jeannie needs you. Hi, I was asked to share with you what the Prepaid Legal Incentive Trip means to me, and it means 3 things. It means focus, fuel, and belief. You see, when I first got started, I was very blessed to earn a 6-figure income, and so I was comfortable. So the business was easy to do and easy not to do, but this incentive trip gave me focus. I love to travel, and even if I made all the money in the world, no way would I have paid for a trip like this. All expense paid, 5-star for me and someone else, and so I just thought I could do this. So I got started, was earning the trip, and super, super psyched, and then add some fuel to that. Anybody here had anyone say, are you going to another one of those meetings? Anybody ever said you made any money yet? Well, I understood it was a business, but my fiance did not. He didn't understand why we were taking time away from the family. So he asked me to marry him. I said yes. He said, I'll take care of all the front-end wedding things. I said, great, because I got the honeymoon. And so I was able to take him on an incredible honeymoon thanks to Prepaid Legal Services, but it also means belief to me. So not only did he actually believed in me, but he didn't have belief in the company yet. And so when he saw, those incredible rooms with the hot tubs right in them, when hanging out with all these incredible superstars, he finally got the vision and understood where we were going. And so when we got back from the trip, I remember he came home early from work one day, and it was on a Wednesday, Thursday when we have our events, and he said, aren't you late for something? And I was like, yes, I am. But really, it's the belief that you get. It's hanging out by the pool, these incredible associations. And I got to tell you one of my favorite stories, my best associations. One incentive trip to Cancun, and we took one of the trips to Chichen Itza. And imagine my surprise when I come bounding up the stairs to the bus, and sitting right there is Jeff Olson and his girlfriend at the time. So I made a move. A bunch of stuff out, and we sat right next to him, and I remember going, hi, and he went, oh, good golly, this is going to be a long bus ride. But we had a great time, kind of double dated, went out to dinner, had a great things, and he wanted to make sure to let you know that this next incentive trip, he is single and does not have a girlfriend. So ladies, it's all good. But what Prepaid Legal means to me is I've never been a top membership writer. I've never been a top recruiter. All I did was consistently qualify for Players Club for the last 7 years. And if I'm a player, you can be a player. Thank you.
I am now convinced that we need to have a censor button in the back. Mute. Next, to talk about the power of the incentive trip, you know this young lady well, $1 million ring earner, Gail Serber.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A girl knows exactly what to do. Thank you. Boy, that was great. Nick and I have been with Prepaid Legal for 17 years, and the best part of Prepaid, other than the money, is the trips, the Players Club trips. We have never missed a trip, and we're not going to miss a trip. These are the most phenomenal trips that I have ever taken in my life. And we've taken a lot of great trips that weren't prepaid legal trips. I can remember Jackson Hole arriving around 10:30 at night, going to bed. The next morning, Nick opened up the curtains, and I said, this looks like a painting. You got the Tetons with the snow and the elk and the deer. I have never seen anything so pretty in my life. And then the Dominican Republic with miles of beaches. You know, you've been there. Isn't that fabulous? I mean, literally the widest beaches that I have ever been on in my life. It's just beautiful. And of course, the Moon Palaces. They are palaces, aren't they? All of us have been there, and we're heading back to Beach Palace in June. The Atlantis Resort, I will never forget that, because that, right, you've all been there, it's just one of the premier places to go. I mean, it is just phenomenal. It's beautiful. And Cancun, Mexico, all the different places that we go there. Imagine for 1 second that you can wake up, go out to the beach, go to the pool, go to the tiki huts, order anything you want to eat. It doesn't matter. Anything you want to eat and not cost you a penny. I mean, isn't that great? The best food, the best service, the most beautiful rooms with jacuzzis, and you can sleep late if you want to, ladies. No school bus to catch. You're living like the rich and famous. There's no other way to put it. You are literally living like the rich and famous. The Players Club trips that Nick and I have taken, I would dare say have Mr. and Mrs. Stonecipher has paid over $50,000, $60,000 for the trips that we have been to. Do you think that I would leave that on the table? Think about what you're leaving on the table if you're not earning these trips. The trips are so great. Number one, is because they're smaller trips. It's not like, you know, being in a big convention. You're really in close contact with everybody. You're around the pool. I can remember getting in the pool last year. You come out, you're so swiveled up, you don't even know who you are. Your hands, your feet, everything. Ideas, we're talking to everybody. We're just getting to know everybody with their ideas, hanging out with everybody, going to dinner, going to lunch, meeting people. It is like nothing you've ever done. You're being with the family that you love, the people that you're going to grow old with together on a resort that Mr. and Mrs. Stonecipher has done for us. Now, let me ask you this. If you have the money to take a vacation, I mean, that's great. But if someone gives you a vacation, you know, like a present, that's great too. But when you earn that vacation, there is nothing like it. I mean, right? Because when you earn that vacation, when you go to the gas station, you're saying, hey, I earned my family a 5-star world-class vacation. Did you know that? You're heading over to the Magic Marker. You can't keep it within inside of you. There's no way that you can keep that within inside of you. Hey, did you know I just earned my family and myself a 5-star world-class vacation? You did. How'd you do that? Prepaid legal services. Want to sign up right here? Recruiting. You know, it just means so much. When you think about, you got to get serious about this Players Club. And if you're not serious, I'm telling you today is the first day of the rest of your life to make that decision that you are not going to miss another trip. Success or failure it's your choice. And I will tell you, if you do this, you're not being kind to your family. You're keeping your kids, if it's a woman running her business, you're keeping your kids and family away from this vacation. If it's a spouse, you owe it to that wonderful woman and those kids. Thank you. See you on vacation. Thank you for catching me.
Oh, anytime. All right. Making dreams come true. Having women fall in my arms. That was better than her getting $1 million ring, I'm telling you. Woo! Sorry, Mr. Server. But I told you, honey, people will fall for me all the time. I try to tell you. Well, you better watch out. So, all right, real quickly. 2011, we're going back to the beach resort in Cancun, Mexico. How many people like to go with us? Back to Beach Palace, come hang out with us. I want to thank my skit participants, Melanie Lawson, retention analysts and specialists and so many different things from the home office, Millionaire Club members Michael Humes and John Malott, six-figure ring earner Ali Mafi from Hawaii, and of course the newest six-figure ring earners in all the prepaid legal services, Robert and Angela Diaz. God bless you all.